try to do intros here.
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen,
and we live
welcome.
talking about baloney.
Hey, before we start anything else, welcome to the P.U.W.F. And for D-Walk, you missed it since. And by the way, I'm only doing this because apparently there's a video out there of Booker T telling another woman, "I hope you jack yourself." This is not paraphrasing word for word. So Booker T, this is for you.
Hey, you should have put my face over Booker T face though. That'd be dope.
You don't need that. You don't need that, Dennis. You don't need that.
the flatline Booker T.
I'm not even calling you D-Walk. I'm calling you Dennis.
You should have D-Walk's face as the person that's in between Stephanie's legs getting smashed on the floor.
Hey, who's your probation officer?
And here we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And who's you, my probation officer, calling me Dennis?
God.
Okay. Well, I'm one of your best friends. I need to call you Dennis too. Ladies and gentlemen,
I thought I was in court.
welcome to
Don't you make me call you by your government name.
Okay. I already have a comment before I'm trying to get everything together, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta let's see who this is. Mouth wide open, Alice Smith. Welcome to the podcast for underappreciated wrestling
That's
fans.
usually how Dennis goes. That's usually how Dennis rolls.
Okay. Hold up.
With titties, yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Mouth open with titties and milk coming in my
That
mouth.
ain't the shape your mouth's making.
Remix of that
Ain't
coming
the shape
soon.
your
Now,
mouth's
ladies and gentlemen, last night was the most craziest release that we've ever seen in our lives. Because of the fact that 15 plus people got released, and tonight as well, few people have been out of contract and released as well. So we're going to talk about person by person and other news that's happening, because something that's happening in the post review of Evolve podcast is siphoning in to what's happening now. We'll talk about that later. I'm actually pro Keanu Carver. I don't know what anyone else is going to say about this later on, but we'll talk about that later. Also, breaking news, AJ Styles is Twitter got hacked. I sent it to the group, and if you guys want me to say what it says, I have to be very careful in this because I will get in trouble really fast. I don't have it right now, but what I did send was a couple things that AJ Styles actually said, and I have it in the background, ladies and gentlemen. You won't be able to see it, but that's the sexy things about backgrounds, right? Now, got it right here. Got a nice little, and to make a nice little jazz night on a Saturday, we're gonna put a nice little P.W.F. music in the background. Now, the person who hacked AJ Styles' Twitter is the most unhinged person out there. First Twitter, Randy Orton likes children. He's a beep. Another one, why the something do grown men enjoy watching other grown men pretend fight? That's the something's ever LMAO. Another one that he said that why do people keep saying hacked, etc. If you think I'm hacked, you're clearly, that's blurred out as well. AJ Styles also said that Logan Paul is a bleep. Also, he said, your WWE loving bleep that carry severe mental illnesses need help immediately. Bleep is wrong with you, brainless, and probably with the R word. And AJ Styles also said, I'm blanking off my large lizard dick. Man, with a lizard. That's one.
Are you sure he's just not drunk?
No, this is AJ. No, I have a second page. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the AJ Styles getting hacked. How dangerous is this going to be for him? I mean, obviously he got hacked. This is the most craziest shit ever. Someone said that Hogan hacked this shit, so that was even crazier too. I'm putting this down.
Well, Logan Paul hacked this shit, or Karrion Kross, and it was part. It's going to be part of a storyline.
Yeah,
that's a little dark.
Wow, it may be dark, but look at the way Karrion Kross has been, his interviews and stuff. He's been beautiful on the interviews. His shit's been like beyond levels. I mean, He even has Conan, Disco Inferno, Eric Bischoff, and 83 Weeks. Like, he's got so many damn podcasts talking about his promos and how he's being wasted. How good of a promo he's been promos he cuts. It's beyond me, because all these different entities are different. They react differently, but they're all responding the same way.
Oh wow!
Damn, he can't. Man, Karrion Kross should have been on a title run, bro. Well, Ben had a title.
When he first came back and he looked at Roman and went, TikTok.
Yeah.
He should have went on a world title run. Alex, we can't hear you. You're muted. Nope.
Sign language.
You're muted still.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Yeah. Word of thumb for the future. If someone's muted, keep talking. Talk about sports. Talk about hot dogs. Talk about the fact that
I was just letting you know, because I didn't think you knew. I think you were having microphone difficulties.
I think I was as well, and I'll figure that out in the future. Thank you for that.
I was watching your mouth move, and I didn't hear anything.
So we could have talked about baloney.
Yeah.
No, we'll talk about baloney at the end, aka the Alliance.
With cheese.
Now listen to me, please. Now the thing I want to talk about is that the difference between Karrion Kross, AJ Styles. If this is a work, and Karrion Kross did this as a work, he is gonna get in trouble with a lot of different groups. I mean, obviously ones that cry, but obviously others that will be like, "Yo, you really can't say this shit," even if it's like a work type of shoot, whatever. Seconds. If it isn't, then AJ Styles got hacked. The difference is if this was the work and this is true, why was this okay to do, but it wasn't okay that Eddie Thorpe said the whole thing to Lexis King, like, oh, a greedy white man trying to get something that happened to NXT. I had the video clip, but I didn't upload it. Thank God I didn't. But it shouldn't be fair. It should be fair that Eddie Thorpe, because again, we all talked about this, Joe and Kane and D-Walk. When Eddie Thorpe did the racist shit, I'm like, oh shit, run with it. Fucking run with it.
We've been telling him to do. We've been telling him to do that.
Yeah.
Then when he did it, we were like, yes. And then he got fired. I was like,
yeah, that's why I feel bad. I'm like, oh damn, man, you guys. I mean, sorry.
Well, I don't feel bad. I mean, his body of work wasn't that great anyway. He could have left. I mean, I'm glad he's gone. That's one name on that list, and I was like, yes, he's gone.
Oh, and now he really do got to go and work for MGM now.
No, now he's
okay.
he's gonna go
work for... No, hold up. No. You thought you could slide that motherfucking shit in there? No.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
No.
Okay, no, he's not going to go work for MGM. He's not going to go work for MGM. He's going to go work for one of them Indian casinos that's off the road.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
What?
I wasn't even gonna let you finish. Eddie Thorpe played the race card, so he got fired. But we'll talk about the race card later, and that's why I think something of
not well enough, Alex Schmidt. Not well.
No, I know. Shout out to Alex Schmidt. Thank you for liking us. But make sure to like whoever your channel is on, either D-Walk's, mine, or Joe's. Shout out to the new subscribers of Joe's. Shout out to 101 subscribers on D-Walk on the road to 1,000. Happy for him. Kane, as always, with the glasses. Now let's just get the hell out of here. This AJ Styles stuff. He'll be fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen to him. Blah blah blah. AJ Styles got hacked. There's also another one. I have to say the other ones too, just to give out of context what's been said. The second one. Where the bleep is Eric Meggs? Who the hell is Eric Meggs? MEIGGS. I don't even know what the fuck that was. His mother got cyber live on Ebola.com. That was super whatever. I can sense something and minorities through the hashtag Lizard Squad. I I'm like if you bred Chris Benoit and Luigi Mangione together.
What in coronation?
Yeah,
Right.
this I got two other ones, which is like the home run worse. What do you call a black man with a PhD? I'm not gonna answer that because there's an N word and an A word. So let's just say it like that.
You want me to say it?
No. I mean, even if you have to like, okay, I have to A blank. I think there's about MAZING. That's one word, and then the other part has the hard ER. So let's just say, let's not do that. Shout out to the Misfit Nation. We love you for that. Last one. Blank the Jews. Hashtag something Hitler. I'm with your brother at Kanye West. So AJ Styles tagged Kanye West about 20 minutes ago.
Oh no, his shit was hacked. Yeah, his shit was really hacked.
Yeah, I mean because he tagged
Kanye West
West
just came out as homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
No. He said he had a gay experience when he was a teenager.
So maybe it's the same guy.
I know, but he said for 8 years. He said for 8 years. To me, that sounds like a relationship.
Maybe it's the same guy.
Everyone has seasons. I've had a lot of girlfriends that were straight with me and then gay with others and then having fun. But either way.
No, but Kanye, the way Kanye said it, he said it happened for 8 years from 8 years old to 16, 17. That's a relationship.
Okay, are you guys still not listening to the Dropout album or the College album? Like the good albums. Like it's AJ Styles really kind of went from WWE to UFC. Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
that actually
what 50 Cent say? What 50 Cent said, the Knicks lost, the Pope died, Kanye coming out and saying that I'm going to bed early.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while this is playing in the background, we're gonna set it up for something else right now. Oh, let's get to the nice little meat of the match. Let's see. And shout out to D-Walk inspiring me for the intro of this. Let's see the lost soldiers of WWE.
In the eyes of angels, we shall miss you. God damn it.
Throw some D's on that bitch.
All right.
Hey, I'm just mad because it's wrestlers that should have got released that haven't got released yet.
We'll talk about that.
Now, you forgot that picture of Shotzi up there.
No, yeah, because I did this like a couple hours before the whole like thing happened. So that happens. Now we did say the names before we went live, which are right here, and I'll say them as follows. Shayna Baszler, Dakota Kai, Braun Strowman, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Gigi Dolan, Eddie Thorpe, Javier Bernal, Ora Mensa, Wolfgang, Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, Cora Jade, Riley Osborne. Released WWE star expected to have plenty of offers, 30 NXT and main roster, 90 non-compete. Also, as we said before, Shotzi Blackheart and a couple of backstage people. Not really wrestlers, it's just backstage people. So it's almost up to 20 now. Now the ones
you saw the video, you saw the video that Braun Strowman put out.
Now let's talk about that because
I sent you guys the video where he was where he showed the video of himself getting released and he's standing there. On the bench.
Now the thing was that's sad. The thing that's sad too. There was an article that came out that he was talking to P.W. Insider where he was leading up to WrestleMania, but he wasn't in them. He was having some stuff with Fatud and he got like bumped away. And he was talking to Paul Heyman in the back, and he was saying, like, why am I not, in the main event picture? And Paul Heyman bluntly said, because we don't need you basically paraphrasing, we don't need you anymore. Like we just, and people are like, oh, why did Braun Strowman get fired? He is a top heavy man that has really bad legs. He gets injured at least once a year, guaranteed, like fucking Christmas. And fucking, he's old. He's old. Like he's just in terms of money wise, he's just let's start with Braun Strowman. Yay or nay that he's gone. Yay being that you're happy about it. It was a waste of money. So you're glad the fat's been cut, or nay, he should have had more of a push. Let's go. Nay. All right. Kane.
Nay.
Is that a nay? Yay?
Nay. Nay.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna say
he's trying to do his best impersonation of a horse, but
no, that was not.
Nay.
Hold on, no. Kane deserves the respect of a gentleman next to it. They call him horse, sir. Give me a second. There we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
At least Joe get the Larry Zbyszko though.
You're trying to get one, man. You trying to sneak one.
Bro, you're up.
And then he hit the Larry Zbyszko on you though.
Hey, Joe, that's why they call my nickname the Living Legend.
Okay.
So
Living Legend.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to say nay for Braun Strowman. There's a lot of. Yeah. I'm going to say nay. I'm going to say nay for Braun Strowman because there's a lot more they could have done with him.
Yeah.
There's a lot more angles they could have worked with him, and for the fact they hired him back just to push other big men is ridiculous. They pushed Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu using Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Now, okay. Yeah.
The fact about it, this is what made me mad about it. He had a fucking good ass feud with the Fiend. And Bray Wyatt. That's like his career, and he was a champion, world champion. That was the highlight of his career.
Yo, for real, Terrell, we're talking about the crew that you.
Yo, what's going on?
CJ Wolfie, happy birthday, CJ Wolfie. Terrell killed it at his job. Happy trails. Now, I say yay, and no one's gonna like me for that. I'm sorry. I say yay because ultimately he was just gonna be a feeder talent for upcoming new talent. Then probably he was gonna be in the back to go in for a coach, and then eventually in about a year he would have been in Evolve. And that's the truth.
Nah,
that's the fucking truth. What? They put fucking Thatcher. They put a monster in fucking Evolve as a fucking tag team. They put Gallus, a trio that can just do shit. And I mean, they're not that great talking. They're menacing, but they're not that great talking. But they're a fucking trio that works well. They're fucking oiled up. You could have had a good. Why is it that it works in NXT, but it doesn't work in the main roster? That's what pisses me off. And yet you send them to Evolve, which we'll talk about Evolve later, to do some shit. And again, okay, Braun Strowman. Okay, and by the way, D-Walk, Braun Strowman had a great feud with Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, right? That was almost 4 years ago. 4 years ago. AJ Styles was a badass person 4 years ago. He still is, but he's not the 4 years ago AJ Styles. Let's be fucking real. Like, that's the part that I want you guys to really tell me the honest truth. Braun Strowman, you think Braun Strowman would have had a championship in 2 years? I know, sir.
No, Joe. but this is how I feel. They could have sent him back with the Wyatts. That's the whole thing.
What? They're about to bring the Wyatts back.
Yeah.
Wyatt 6 is about to come back, but I mean that's really all they could have done.
That's it. Pay him more to sit in the back and wait to pop up once or twice a month and then disappear for 4 more months. That's the way. Again, this is all TKO shit. This is not creative. Like, no, this is a bunch of different factors. I want to give a shout out to BX Sports for talking about this, and it's true. Money wise, merchandise, longevity, and revenue, and in terms
it's
of
about money. It's about cutting money.
And Braun Strowman right now, because you have 14 other motherfuckers in LFG alone. Why do you need this guy? Honestly,
Lorenzo Granger in the comments says he feels sadness is Cora Jade, Miss Jackson, and Gigi Dolan. I agree.
Yeah,
All
but
three of
Braun
those
Strowman,
accounts.
Yeah,
they fucked up with Braun Strowman is making him a face. They kept him a heel.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
they
for
fucked up at.
real.
now let's you know what, let's talk about these three next, because Braun Strowman, I love you, guy, but bye. Cora Jade, Miss Jackson, what is deeper than people we all know is TKO taking over the product. That's true for Terrell. Cora Jade, Miss Jakara Jackson, and Gigi Dolan. You guys talked about this yesterday, but let's really talk about it. Yay or nay? Yay that you're happy that they're gone because they were just wasted talent, or nay? I'm guessing all you guys are gonna say nay.
Nay.
Okay. Nay for me as well across the board, because one, these comments are coming faster than bunny hops. I love you guys for that. Remember when they had $1 million contract, do nothing, damn right. Now here we go. Cora Jade, conspiracy theorist that I am, I feel like Thea Hale and Harlem Lewis like politicked to get him out. Like, hey, she needs to go. She needs to go, bro. Like, you know, she's the China. She needs to go. It's me at Stephanie now.
Tick like mug.
Yeah. Which I'm not saying that real life. Don't come after me.
They in NXT, and y'all let Cora Jade go, and which she still got so much fucking potential. Yeah. And then y'all keep Nikita Lyons.
Now wait a minute. To be fair, we have been critiquing Cora Jade for the last 2 to 3 months and back because she has not been improving. She's just been like floundering a little bit and surviving.
She's been getting somewhat better, slightly better.
Somewhat,
slightly. Alex Schmidt, I will disagree with you on that. Dolph Ziggler had a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And the fact that they let him go was stupid.
Yeah.
Because he still had tons of gas in the tank, and tons of potential. TNA capitalized on that potential.
Yeah.
Yes. Now speaking of let's go to Jakara Jackson. Motherfuckers. You guys are evil motherfuckers on NXT. NXT time with D-Walk on 9:30. The fucking fact that you knew in advance that Jakarta and fucking Aura were going to be gone. You pulled Aura from tapings from Evolve, brought him to NXT. You took Jakarta and you made Lash be the fucking deaf and say, hey girl, you gotta do your own thing, and Aura, you be the king of Evolve. Technically I have to say Evolve, but technically it's the king of future endeavors. And like,
oh shit,
yes,
oh my god, look at the comments. Read that.
Okay, we'll get there. Hello, Mr. Lorenzo Granger. Welcome to the P.U.W.F. Lacey JC James, she's only a toxic attraction that she still went weird. To see Mandy Rose and Gigi Dolan years ago, they was great as a okay. Now, Lorenzo Granger, before we get to the again, you can jump on in and talk with us. The fact that you're using the past as a context, this is the present. This is the fact that people are getting released now. How have they been doing now? JC Jane has been
done for me lately?
JC Jane has been okay. Okay, Mandy Rose is gone. Yes, that's true. Gigi Dolan and Cora Jade had a lot of business to do something. The problem is Cora Jade, as we just said it before, slightly better. Gigi Dolan just came back from a knee injury, and did not get a shine. Did not get a solos push. Dumped in a trios. Dumped in a fucking trios, and she was going to TNA. She was going to different places. She was having fun, just to get fired. And then you let go of Shotzi. We'll talk about Shotzi in a second. But you let go Shotzi and Tatum's there. What I mean, nothing. Well, creative.
There's a rumor Tatum Paxley got released as well.
I hope not. I hope not. Tatum Paxley is fucking gold. You know this.
I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that too. Tatum Paxley is.
There's a rumor she's gone.
Fuck.
Rumor she's gone.
I don't like that. No, not yet. Well, my girlfriend just passed by. The invisible woman passed by, put her hands up, all pissed off. Oh shit! She's like, "What? Fuck that." So I respect that. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to a little bit of Evolve. Aura Mensa, Javier Bernal. There's a woman's here. Okay, get your beer, girl. That's the German one. You have to get the Spain one. Thank you. Long beard.
Yay.
Dude.
Yay.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Kane, yay or nay for Aura and Javier?
Yeah, and they for who?
Aura Mensa for Metaphor or
Javier Bernal. He played Big Javi.
Yeah.
Big body Javi.
Yeah. I'm alright with them.
Okay, that's a yay. Okay. D-Walk?
Or no. Other dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
No.
Woman.
What's up, this woman?
On the sidelines for this one.
Yes.
So what do you guys think about the list so far? Are you outraged? Are you neutral?
Huh?
Now, that's a lie.
About that.
Yeah, they also put a fake picture of. Oh, I can't believe he just got here, and it was actually Ricky Saints got released too. I'm like, Ricky Saints just literally got the belt. That was bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit out there. They released The Rock. That's some bullshit.
Yes.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
that's not gonna happen.
I'm not gonna happen. We got a comment right here. We got a big one. Miss Jackson and Last Legend breaking them up was a wrong thing because they had great chemistry as a tag team. You could have used them in the tag team division. I just don't understand. The reason that they broke them up was the fact, like I said before. Get it, girl.
You want to say your piece?
Yeah. The reason that they broke them up was that it was diabolical because the writers knew beforehand, and I said this a minute ago, that Lash and Aura were gone. So instead of doing a
Jakara
and Aura were cut. So instead of leaving a plot hole that wrestling guys would nag WWE forever, they just cut them. That's the answer right
and
there.
So we all gotta go our own ways because we're doing our own thing.
Yeah. That's fucked up. The writers knew that shit. Oh, you guys are gonna do well. You guys are gonna do well, and then cut your fucking ass, dude.
That's the thing
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go on,
no, I was saying that's the thing that pisses me off about this is they just did so many wrestlers so dirty because they didn't even. Okay, I do agree, especially the fact that they let Jakara and Oro. The fact that they let them go, because I thought the fact that Metaphor broke up was a good thing. Like they did it amicably, and I see what you're saying about Jakara and Lash as a tag team.
Yeah,
that they have potential and they were doing really good. Like they were at their peak, and that's why it's like the perfect time to like go your separate ways and do things on your own as a wrestler. And it sucks that Jakara didn't even get a chance to do that with WWE. So I hope that she succeeds somewhere else. But I'm sad I won't get to see her.
That's the part I want to say. This like we were talking about Jakarta, and the other two guys. I forgot what it was.
Read the comments.
But this the problem.
Yeah, Core Jade Jakarta. Go on, D-Walk.
This was the problem. If they never would have fucking unified the NXT titles, Jakara Jackson probably would have had the belts. So they probably wouldn't even got released. The dumb shit of them unifying the belts, bro, that's what hurt NXT. That's what hurt NXT. Well, they didn't even have no need to unify the belts.
No. It's a lot more than that. Like, if you give the Prodigy a year and a half with the fucking belt and everyone loses, no one goes up. If you give Kaylani the belt and then she kind of like sputters the 3 wins and then loses another one, and then you go from Fatal Attract, like Toxic, whatever the fuck they're called, to Stephanie, to somebody else, and you still got 30. And you keep saying this, baby, and it's true. They keep saying that the women's division in NXT is stacked. That's a hindrance. That's a fucking hindrance because there's too many fucking women and only 2 fucking belts. That's it.
But the problem, Alex.
Yeah, go on now.
Your biggest problem is the fact that you have talent like Jakara Jackson, who was getting miles better than her partner.
Yeah,
she was starting to outshine Lash Legend, and and that is a problem because they want to build Lash Legend. So she was outshining her partner, which made it a problem. Which is, I feel, another reason why she was released.
Yeah, which fucking sucks. Now here we go.
Well,
go on, baby.
What I was gonna say there.
Yeah.
I totally lost my train of thought.
Jakara Jackson. No. Okay. I just don't understand why WWE having budget cuts every time you hear interviews by Triple H. They say they're making a lot of money. Everything is fine. See all the budget cuts is some lies going on. No, not lies.
Okay, here's what I think. I'm guessing this would be the smart thing. NXT needs women tag teams. There are like no women tag teams on NXT. I think we realized that last time. And now they got rid of Tatum and Gigi, so there's even less.
Maybe
like,
Tatum. Maybe Tatum.
Need
Gigi,
women tag teams.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing maybe the reason they're dissolving all these different groups is this is what I thought was happening, is so that they could, set things up a little differently for the women's roster.
Yeah.
So maybe they're gonna set up more tag teams.
That is true. Like technically
That's the
now.
only thing
Technically now there is no women tag teams at NXT, except for Sol Ruka, but technically they're not a tag team right now. She's the champion and she's kind of like the bodyguard. So there's no one else.
Here's the problem, and it's gonna become a reality, I feel, and that is that the women's tag team titles are about to dissolve. They're gonna go away. The women's tag titles are gonna go away.
And, like that's the problem. They need them.
No,
they can't
because
how are you gonna maintain tag titles when you only have 3 tag teams?
Yeah,
that's trtrue. And
on 3 brands, you have 3 tag teams.
Yeah.
Yep. And they've done it before. They
just have no women's tag.
If
there's only 3, you can't just like if you have a 3-hour show, and the fact that you're gonna fight the same women over and over again for months is a waste of money. That's probably why they fired Katana and Kaden. Go on, D-Walk.
And then they keep bringing it back and then taking it away, bringing it back, keep taking it back. Come on, man.
Look, they got rid of the fucking what was it, Isla Dawn, a part of with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. They got rid of her. They split that tag team. Aiden Carter and Katana Chance, they're gone. They split up Jakara and Lash. Jakara's gone. That tag team's done. They took Gigi Dolan away, so Gigi and Tatum, that tag team's gone.
Yep.
That's
all you have is Liv and Raquel.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they're not in NXT.
And Liv being taking tag teams again. She just said, "I'm going." Like you said, Joe. I'm going on a hiatus. The movies. And no one said, "Okay, since you're going on a hiatus, you have to give the tag team belts." Nope. Okay, you can go. You can go for months because.
But no, she only gonna be gone for a couple of weeks.
But
she only gonna be gone for a couple of weeks.
Belts. You gotta defend the belt.
But there's no tag teams. There's no tag teams to face her. There's none.
No. Zero tag teams.
Okay.
Go on.
For one thing, we have Julia and Roxanne, but they moved them up to the main roster too. Yeah. So, but with NXT, what's pissing me off is I'm realizing now that they have just severely neglected all their tag teams, like men and women. Like they just never give them any screen time.
Nope.
And then they're like, "Oh well, I guess nobody cares about you, so bye." And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They break up the good tag teams with the fans love. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of tag teams that I would have liked to see more. And I feel like we see the same. That's what it is. It's like they know the faces that are popular, and they give us the same people every time. Trick, Ethan.
Yeah.
Yes, Javon. I love Javon, but he's been getting a lot of screen time recently, and it's like they're.
Yeah.
WWE does not like tag team wrestling.
No.
Now wait a minute. Addendum to that. Pre-Vince era didn't like tag team wrestling. Post-Vince era.
And now we're starting to go back that way.
We're starting to go back that way.
Well, you know what would get me is I'd feel a little bitter if Swipe Right went on to be like a super big tag team when they had so much other talent that just got swept under the rug.
Yeah. You have the Street Profits, you have DIY, you have Pretty Deadly, you have Fraxium that just got there. You have like the funny thing about NXT are stacked in tag teams. They're stacked.
More?
No. We are technically still stacked in tag teams. Go on.
The fact that we had a main event tag team triple threat ladder match on a SmackDown a couple weeks ago was impressive because normally tag teams don't main event a Raw or SmackDown. And the fact that we actually had a triple threat ladder match, tag match for the titles, and the match shined. It outshined the whole show.
I don't know what the problem is.
Speaking of problems, next up, someone that some people like, some people don't like, Eddie Thorpe. Now, we talked about, we just talked about before the clip that probably got him fired was the racist clip that's saying that, oh, you're just a white greedy man that always wants something, doesn't deserve it. And they pushed him to the fucking moon, North American Championship, NXT Championship twice, and just to get fired. Yay or nay? Joe?
Yay! I'm having a party over here when that motherfucker got released. Yay!
Kane?
I'm going to throw a parade.
To the left.
Okay, so yay to him too. D-Walk or Ghost Walk, because he just disappeared.
Yay!
And by the way, I'm
finna do my Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hold on.
Yeah.
Main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah, we don't have that. We have that in a long ass time.
Yeah, we had it with the Usos versus Sammy and Kevin Owens 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 WrestleManias ago we had it. We had it at WrestleMania 39.
Now I have to explain the card. You have to explain something. Yay, that you're happy that he's gone, and that good riddance, or nay, that you're pissed that he's gone, and he had more talent.
I'm disappointed.
That's a nay. Okay, then that's a nay.
Yeah. No, I mean I kept bringing him up. I'm like, where's Eddie Thorpe? We should bring him back out. And I don't know. I feel like again they buried him with the character, and I guess that last match or that last showdown with Eddie or with Lexus King where he made that comment must have pissed somebody off.
Yeah,
but I think it's been a long time coming. Like he hasn't, at least from you guys, he hasn't been getting a good reception, and I've just been rooting for him because I want Native American representation, and I think he had potential, but I didn't like his character. It was like the heel character that he was playing. So I don't know. I guess it just wasn't going well. But they took out a lot of people. Man.
We're getting there.
If this was the Vince era, they would have worked the race angle with him with the casinos and stuff.
Yeah,
they would have definitely done that. 100%.
They would have.
He would have gotten over.
Yep.
He would have got hated for it. He would have got booed for it, and it would have worked.
If this was the Vince era, Braun Strowman would have been like
JBL.
If this is the Vince era, Braun Strowman wouldn't even got cut.
Braun Strowman got cut twice during the Vince era. What you talking about?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, my bad. Disregard.
Come on. Okay, either way, let's get to the meat of it. Terrell, I know you're hearing this. Let's talk about Gallus. Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, Wolfgang.
I'm a little disappointed.
And this is the part that I get mad at. This is the part I get mad at. All these guys, and the women, Danny Palmer as well. We'll talk about Danny Palmer in a few. Have already pre-taped episodes in advance and Evolve, and they've already fired them. So therefore, we're gonna see Javier and Oro and Danny a whole bunch for the next few months.
Unless they cut it.
No, they're not. Why? They're sympathetic and like, oh, we're gonna cut it because they're not there anymore. No, they're gonna put it out there. They're gonna keep putting it the fuck out there. That's why I feel bad about Gallus. Like, what happens?
We might not see some of them again.
Yeah.
Some of the season.
Wait. You're going too fast. You're going too fast, bro.
Going too fast, bitch.
Yes, Terrell.
Oh, you didn't know that, Fallen?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, all Evolve. They
gone.
pre-record this for months.
But it was like a privacy thing, so they only had friends and family at the event. So
yeah,
there wasn't fans.
No one knew the matches. No one knew Fallen. No one. Yes, Gallus got released after they just came out.
All 3 members.
Told, that's why we're gonna see Evolve.
We're gonna see them again in Evolve.
And we're gonna call them. But by the way, Terrell, we're calling the next episode post fired Gallus versus Harlem and Keanu. And no. In Trouble on X Keanu and Harlem Lewis versus post fired Gallus. We'll talk about Keanu Carver later. Wolfgang, yeah, Wolfgang
you
got
can
fired.
nickname Gallus. You can call Gallus the Pink Slips now.
That's
the Pink
Slips.
Slips.
Now, yay or nay on Gallus, Joe?
I'm going to say nay because I feel like they had a lot of potential, and I also feel like they were also very known for being good trainers in the back as well. They trained CM Punk and a couple other people during their comeback after surgery and stuff.
Yep.
So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that they definitely could have at least had some place in the company.
Okay. Cardi-M?
Nay, I think they were talented, and they had a solid presence. I mean, they didn't catch my attention all that much compared to other tag teams, but they were talented.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh no, now I know what to call it. R.I.P. Gallus versus Harlem Lewis and Keanu Carver. There we go. That's better. D-Walk, yay or nay on Gallus? They were coaches in NXT behind too.
Nay, because I thought it's bullshit. And they trained The Rock to get back in shape for WrestleMania. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That too.
Yep. That too. All right.
They also trained Randy Orton when he came back.
That's true. They trained a lot of people and stuff, and they're perfect. They're perfect 5'2" wrestlers. Kane, yay or nay?
So I gotta say nay as well because, bro, they could have done something with them folks, man. They could have done something with them. Just sitting there, just releasing them, and the people that should have been released didn't even get touched. And you got some people that actually has a little get up and go, a little talent and stuff, and you just brush them off. That's bullshit, man. Because I could name a couple folks that could have been released, and some people wouldn't even bat eye.
Ashanti the Adonis.
Exactly.
Say it to the mountain. Go on, Cardio.
I agree. There's a lot of people that could have gotten released that nobody would have even noticed were gone. And hearing that Gallus trained so many people in WWE, that
wow, man. That's crazy, man.
Hey guys, your mic.
That's crazy, man.
So the whole thing with Gallus is just
they could have done something with him though, man. They could have done.
They didn't even get a chance to go to the main roster, and they'd have been good in the main roster.
No, and we had that. Well, first off, Ashanti could have went. E-Fab could have went.
Yeah.
Nikita Lyons could have went.
you guys are off.
It's a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah. Before we get to the what ifs, go on, Cardi.
Where did I leave off there?
Gallus.
Gallus. Okay. All right. Well, with Gallus, it makes me angry to hear that they trained so many people in WWE and then they got kicked to the curb because it almost their talent and their training taken from them, and it's like, all right, you can go now. We don't need you anymore. And that's disappointing. I hope they were compensated fairly, at least.
It's called 90 days no complete clause. That's the
30 days. 30 days. 30 days.
30 days.
Hey, go back to what they say.
Main roster, Alex, is 90 days. NXT and below.
Yeah.
NXT and below is
30 days.
Damn straight. Man, I feel like man, a bunch of wasted talent, bro. A bunch of wasted talent.
It is a bunch of wasted talent.
With a bunch of
many
idiots.
people that they could have cut instead of good talent.
Hell, they could have let them work. Man.
Hey, I got a list right here I can name and say which wrestlers should have been gone before certain wrestlers.
Talk to him one time.
Okay.
And effort for no reason.
Okay. They use Akira Tozawa. What? Just a job? He could have been gone.
Yeah.
Goddamn Apollo Creed.
Cruz.
He could have been gone.
Apollo Crews.
Yeah, Apollo Crews. Ashanti Adonis.
I know you guys are fucking
They say
Ashanti.
like 5 times.
I know he's fucking saying Ashanti. Ashanti the Adonis. Ashanti
Kind of
the
agree,
Adonis.
like,
Ashanti Adonis.
Adonis. All right. Well,
not
okay. So
Slight difference.
Apollo Crews,
Benjamin's ex-boyfriend, Adonis.
Adonis. Okay. B-Fab. Goddamn motherfucking. Huh?
We saw B-Fab once, right? He came back out, and then we haven't seen him.
That was doing nothing. Okay. And then in that case, it ain't would be techno, Brinley Reese. Fucking OTM.
The Reese energy.
Who else? All right, hold on. Let me see. Who else? I'm going down. Dante Shin.
Yep.
Idrinos and Enough. They ain't been using them, so who else? Hank and Stank. But they the tag team champions, but they ain't gonna let them go.
That's okay. They could have let him go put it up in a tournament.
Yeah, they fired Braun Strowman at the SmackDown.
Okay, now wait a minute. First off, let's get back to the meat and potatoes, please, before we get to the next topic and possibly even some funny things that happen in life. No. About the yes.
Hey guys.
Not yet. Yes.
You guys, since you guys do Evolve, the rumor is that you are getting Nikita Lyons is going to TNA. She's been confirmed for the taping of TNA next week, and then she's going to be on Evolve.
Like she possibly has already done tapings, so that's why she's probably going to pop up and Evolve like at least a couple episodes here or there. Which Terrell, why do we have to do that? Why do we have to review that crap? But let's talk about two people that I get mad that they threw away. Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai. Now wait a minute. Dakota Kai, I showed Dakota Kai versus Asuka to the Invisible Woman, one of the many wrestling things. She did enjoy it. It was really cool. Dakota Kai leaving after she became like an Intercontinental Champion. She was a tag team champion at one point. Good for her. But now she's gone. And Shayna Baszler being like the female Daniel Bryan submission specialist monster. Like, what if Thea Hale grew up like a foot more and then was just evil? Again?
No, we're fine.
Can you hear us?
Yes, they can hear us.
Yes, thank you. They wrong for that, but we still review it.
Yeah, I don't want Nikita Lyons on Evolve.
Gonna have 15 minutes of twerking.
No, the thing is, twerking. You know what sucks too? And the Evolve, shout out to the Post Review Evolve podcast with CJ Wolfie, Terrell, Cardi M, and Alex Coquito, we're evolved together. It's the fact that no one got an ass in Evolve. Like if Nikita comes in, it's like 3 girls in one. Imagine her fight. Imagine her fighting Layla Dig.
Keanu Carver, his attention will be distracted then.
You know what? Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, good segue. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the next topic. I feel bad for everybody that got released. Shayna Baszler, that happens. Everyone else happens, but you know what? By the way, everybody, yes, may you find for all the women wrestlers, do not go to TNA, do not go to AEW, go to Japan.
Hey,
go to Japan, have fun.
Hey, y'all finna get
Shayna Baszler should go to AEW.
Yeah. Hey, y'all finna get 20 minutes.
Yes.
Crazy idea. Because
hold up. Oh, go on, Cody.
Either, I don't know. I'd say like start your own wrestling company or something. Because it's like if you're gonna stick to American wrestling, what are your options? You've got AEW, TNA, and then independent wrestling companies.
AAA, wow, which is Mexican wrestling, or Japan.
Wow, women of wrestling.
Wow. Oh yeah, women of wrestling. AJ Lee,
women of wrestling,
who was CM Punk's wife, made her own wrestling.
Oh,
so that is literally what you just said.
Hey, half of Evolve gonna be Nikita Lyons twerking.
She lost you as a fan when she was breaking people's elbows. That's when I liked her the most.
Yeah.
I enjoyed her when she was breaking people's shit, when she was being herself and actually being a killer.
Yeah.
Not this tone deaf killer that WWE turned her into.
Yeah. Her and Oscar was dangerous in NXT.
They turned Shayna Baszler. They turned Shayna Baszler from goddamn from a hitman assassin into Barney the purple dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Just go out there and dance and take a pin once in a while, there, Shayna.
Yeah.
They ain't did nothing with Shayna though, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna put you with the group of women. Okay, who you putting me with? Sonya Deville and Zoe Starks.
Damn,
Wow.
Zoe Stark. Hey, Zoe Stark. Where Alex and them go?
They're coming back. They look like they froze.
Hey,
What'd you nickname that group, sir?
Hey, Zoe's the only handsome still left.
There we go. Codename Handsome Studs.
Yeah, Zoe the only handsome still left.
There we go.
Not the
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we're talking about that. We're talking about the Handsome Studs.
Yeah, we talking about
Okay,
Zoe
that's
Stark
good
is
to
the
know.
only. Zoe Stark is the only handsome still left.
Yep, the other two got fired this year too.
Now,
By the
ladies
way,
and gentlemen, before we go off the thing talking about booties and muscles, let's talk about a up and coming wrestler in Evolve. Shout out to the Post Review Podcast. Terrell, we know about this one. There's a guy named Keanu Carver, and there's a guy named Harlan Lewis. The new I call it the new Brothers of Destruction. Eventually, something happened. Keanu Carver,
Brock Lesnar versus
bad
Oba.
that kind of felt like that. But ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Keanu Carver and the choice words that he said on Twitter, which, by the way, he deleted his Twitter, by the way. It's gone. His whole Twitter's gone. He deleted it. So here we go.
Oh wow.
We didn't get to finish seeing it. It was too quick.
Oh wow.
All I saw was these motherfuckers ain't ready. I was like, all right.
it. That's just not. Yeah.
I got
Yeah, that
it.
wasn't bad. That was too short.
Well, I was doing it on a anyway. Okay, here we go. Now, these motherfuckers ain't ready to go for this.
Wait, I'm from Philly. Should I do the honors?
Yeah, sure. Okay. They're talking about Roman Reigns. They're talking about Roman Reigns. You can go to this and then
Roman Reigns.
I forgot how Twitter works. Wow. Okay.
My name is Roman.
These MFs ain't ready for the shit they blanked out word. De-eating. These Samoan MFs who think they like that, who be voting for Trump and ain't really like that. That was the PD version.
Oh wow.
You might be a little too hood for WWE. LOL. You type and act like a YN. This gotta be a parody account. SMD something P word. Big dog follow back.
and over here. This is what he did. So he jabs the hit at Roman Reigns and says that because you're dick riding Trump because you voted for Trump. And Roman Reigns openly said that he voted for Trump. So I'm kind of like the Samoan family that he has. Nothing against Roman Reigns. Nothing against him. The Samoan family, though, we talked about that in our early episodes. They are dick riding WWE. They just keep throwing motherfuckers at us. For every 2 that are good, they give us 8 that are worse. Okay, we got Roman. Look. We have Roman and Fatu.
Also, you all voted for Trump, so
yes, we have Roman and Fatu, and out of the 2, you have Nia Jax, You got Tama Tonga, who's getting really weird about shit. No one else is good. You have
Tama Tonga is actually in. He's injured. He's injured. He's out right now.
Okay, see what I mean?
Hey, but this been going on way before. This been going along with his granddaddies, and all of them was good. The granddaddies, Haku, all of them was good.
Yeah,
they're all good.
This been going for generations, so this been going for generations. So
yeah, but here's the thing, though. What a weird coincidence that once The Rock got power, everyone who's Samoan is getting pushed, even when they don't really necessarily need to. Jey Uso got the belt, whoop-de-fucking do. But obviously he had to do that because he had to pin his own fucking family member to do that.
But they was big before The Rock got there. They was also big before I'm just saying, they was the Usos, multi-time tag team champions. Roman Reigns is also doing his own thing. Even before The Rock got on board, they were still doing their thing.
But here's the part that I'm actually pro Keanu Carver. I hope you hear this. I don't like the Samoan dynasty shit, right? And I don't like when celebrities kind of like publicly say, I voted for this guy because I'm so like, look, vote for whoever the fuck you want to vote. Shut the fuck up and move the fuck on. Because you're either doing it for out or you're doing it for like solidarity to that president because he's fighting the tyrannical government. No, motherfucker, you're the chief. You're the tribal chief. You're Roman Reigns. You survived leukemia. Why are you bringing up trouble in your life? Why?
Supposedly survived it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Supposedly,
Conspiracy. But for Keanu Carver, yes, go on.
I don't know anybody that says that leukemia is back, and I got to go away for a while, and is back within 30 days, and says he's in remission again. They did that shit because he was supposed to be a babyface. He was getting heat because he wasn't over with the crowd at all. The crowd hated him, and that was not good for business. So they pulled the fucking cancer card, and fucking had him leave for 30 days. Come back in 30 days. Said, "Hey, I'm in remission, y'all." Who the fuck gets from cancer to remission in 30 days?
Hey, but for Keanu Carver to say some shit like that, one, he ain't putting in enough time. You can't just come jumping off the porch when you just got there to talking shit. Two, you talking to shit about you can't, man. You can. Okay, that's just like you starting a job and you talking shit about the best fucking employee there. You gonna end up being gone out of there.
That's like being the new guy in the locker room and walking up and talking shit to the Undertaker. You will be fired.
Now wait a minute.
Look what happened to me.
Now wait a minute. The circumstances are different in the context that you're saying, because imagine on the first day after he showed out, did a unique special, can talk, and is just menacing. You have money there. You have a replacement Oba in case of. Right now, TKO, if you haven't noticed on Evolve, are all making in case of wrestlers. In case we need a Jeff Hardy knockoff, we have Trill London. In case we need a Alexa Bliss knockoff, we have Zeta Steel. In case we need a zombie monster, we have Wendy Chu. In case we need a monster,
but right now,
knockoff, you got Harlem Lewis and Keanu.
But right now, is they making money off this dude?
Yep.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
But
yes, they are. He's on television.
No,
who makes,
but he's not
who
making
makes them? It goes to the bottom line of Alex. Who makes them more money?
Yeah.
Who makes WWE more money? Keanu Carver or Roman Reigns?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roman. Yes, obviously.
Bottom dollar. Think with a business mind. Are you going to side with your one of your top guys that's making you shit tons of fucking money that people know that his name is known all over, or a bum that's just getting started that could be something, maybe something, but nobody knows who the fuck he is, and he's already starting to burn bridges now and talk shit now? How bad is it going to be if you let that keep going?
Cardella, go.
No, My question is, what do you guys think of Keanu and Harlem as a tag team? If you're watching Evolve,
If he keep his fucking mouth shut, they'll probably do something. But he keep talking shit like this, he'll get both of them out proud.
That's how I feel. But here's the thing, though. With Keanu Carver, and again, you're right. Never go after the big dog. Never go after the Samoan dynasty. You would just get buried. You are. However, and The Rock is part of that shit. That's great. However, let's fucking sing. However, Nick Khan, as you said before, thinks about money, thinks about the future, thinks about the prospects. We know for a fucking fact, me and Cardi M know this, the Terrell and CJ Wolfie, and the people that watch the post-review podcast, and anyone that has two fucking eyes can see that Keanu and Harlem Lewis, just like Shiloh and LFG, is fucking money.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, can I ask you this, Alex, again?
Go on, D-Walk.
Okay, they still young. Carver's still young.
Yeah.
He making millions and millions off Roman Reigns. What's saying Carver don't get hurt tomorrow and he fucked. And say like he would have sided with Carver and said fuck Roman Reigns, he losing money.
Dying?
I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I can see Joe's face a little bit. Go on, say what you want to say, Joe.
I'm just saying. I'm going to say the gentleman, the Fallen 9513. That's not a problem that they're siding with their top guys. You want to side with your top guys because if you don't side with your top guys will go elsewhere and make money for somebody else, which you don't want them to do. So you keep them happy because if you don't keep them happy, they're going to go elsewhere and they're going to make the other company money, which is something you don't want.
I'm gonna kick basketball terms on you. If Michael Jordan wasn't happy with Phil Jackson and went somewhere else, hey, it'd have been different. If Kobe Bryant wouldn't have been happy with Phil Jackson, whatever team, hey.
Here's the thing, though. The difference is that there was no other team in the world back in the 90s that can match what Jordan wanted. And if it was 2025 now, where you have billionaires that be like, all right, you want $200 million a year? Sure, knock yourself out. You never did that in the 90s. The highest a basketball player went was like maybe
I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody gonna turn down Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan want to go to another team, ain't nobody gonna turn down Jordan. Everybody
if Michael Jordan. Here's something for food for thought. But I'm a Knicks fan. Yes. Obviously, I'm from New York. I'm a Knicks fan. If Michael Jordan had flipped ship and went to the Knicks and wasn't on the Bulls, the Knicks would have had 6 championships versus the Bulls.
Allegedly, supposedly. Let's not put
with John Starks and Patrick Ewing in there.
Yeah,
and all the good players they had. Yeah, they would have had a championship with Michael Jordan on the helm. Oh God. They made to the playoffs without Jordan. You had
Michael Jordan was a fucking. Michael Jordan used to play drunk. A lot of his games he used to play drunk.
Yes.
And then
he played the best game of his life with the flu.
Okay, guess what? If what was the team? Okay, yeah. If Jordan went with the Charlotte Hornets, he can win. If Jordan went with the Utah Jazz, he would win. If Jordan went with the Clippers, if Jordan would have went anywhere in the 90s, he would have won because he was Jordan. We all get the gist that Jordan is basically a fucking John Cena stand. Like
okay,
no, don't disrespect.
But here's the thing, though. Remember the fact. Remember these facts. Remember Hulk Hogan got mad with Vince and jumped ship and went to WCW, and he turned WCW from the number 2 company to the number 1 company.
Yes.
It only takes one big name to flip ship to change this whole fucking boat around and make things different. Okay, that's why you got to keep these top guys happy.
The top guys are happy, but I think Keanu Carver's fine because one, he found the hack in the WWE system. Just like we said that Ora Mensah, Javier, Danny Palmer's gone, but we're still going to see them in taping, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are not going to take their sweet-ass time to tell Evolve or the company that's doing the editing, hey, by the way, we don't like Keanu Carver right now. It's going to say, can you cut him out? Well, we fucking can't because you put him in a tag team with Harlem Lewis and you made him fucking super strong, so we really can't do that. And it makes no sense to cut him out. And we have him in a tournament. Yes.
I'll give you prime example. LeBron James, over fucking rated.
Okay, but now that's LeBron. That's you guys. That's when I'm not even here about that. I don't give a fuck about basketball. I give a fuck about
I'm
wrestling.
just saying it in metaphor. I'm saying it with a metaphor. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying in metaphor, like, you know.
My computer's all weird. Back to Keanu Carver. Look, I know that he said his shot. The life hack that I was trying to say is that everything's pre-taped. So he's gonna come out on tapes for the next few months, no matter what.
Right.
And that actually might help him. Everyone's shitting on him. Why do you say that about the big dog? Why do you say that about the big dog? It doesn't matter. Look at my body of work. I'm a fucking monster. You guys booked me as a fucking monster. Let's fucking go. And if the off chance they fire him, you just gave everybody a body of work to they can see and say, you know what, this motherfucker can be like Powerhouse. This motherfucker can be like fucking the guy who left WWE, the one with the neck. Bald guy. He's with the Hurt Business right now. Bobby Lashley. I call him the guy with the neck. He has a big fucking neck. He does.
Keanu Carver better watch out. He might say so much shit where Jacob Fatu gonna be looking for his ass.
No, I'm just saying I'm pro Keanu Carver because like sometimes you guys start some shit, dude. Say your shit. It wasn't a good thing to say. It wasn't, but you know what? Fuck it, you're good.
Listen, man, if I'm Keanu Carver, I'm watching him over my shoulder because if you see Jacob Fatu out there with a pack of Newports and a 40-ounce, you in trouble. You in serious trouble. You better run.
Now, guess what? Yeah, I know, but guess what? That's the best thing about that. We know that Keanu Carver, if he goes up to the main roster, him versus Jacob Fatu would be a fucking banger.
No, I'm talking about real life though. I'm also talking about in real life. In real life, you see him with a Newport and some Hennessy.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, he was born in Washington Heights.
And he gonna rob you and beat your ass. Jacob Fatu? No.
Where's motherfucker at?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Keanu was born in DC. Yeah. Thank you. So like, hey, Jacob Fatu was born in Samoan Dynasty, and Keanu Carver was born in DC. And I've heard a lot of stories.
And also, Jacob Fatu served a lot of time in prison. So
no wonder he's mad about the Trump comment. He's a liberal fuck.
Okay, all right, Mr. Sir. Come on. We're
one of them pansy
fuckers.
Politics.
No, sir.
Man.
We're not gonna do it.
Grew up in DC.
Hey, Joe, real life CM Punk. Joe, real life CM Punk. Pipe bomb.
Keanu Carver. I am pro. Look, Keanu Carver. I am not gonna be crapping on you on Twitter. I'm gonna keep owning you on Instagram because one, you're in the Evolve podcast, and two, say you are a prospect that I see in the future. Like I am Shawn Michaels, but without the big butt and boob eyes. I actually see fucking talent. Okay.
All I gotta tell him is don't burn your bridge, motherfucker.
No, just lay low. Open up your Twitter again. Just call it Keanu Carver WWE 1, and just do it again. Like,
hey, you smell Newports around you. You smell new. Hey, the motherfucker smell Newports around you. You better run because Jacob Fatu somewhere around.
Hey, for real.
That would be a good match.
Hey, you smell Newports and the smell of Hennessy around your head.
Yeah, you better run.
I mean. You hear that?
I mean.
Yeah. Joe, I'm gonna just say this real quick. There's conservative, there's liberal, and there's common sense. So he might not fall on the spectrum between liberal and conservative. I don't. So
there you go. We all don't. We're all just wrestling fans, and we understand that a guy did something stupid.
Hashtag common sense. All right,
yes. All right. Bye. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about since Mr. D-Wall brought it up. And I cannot talk about Sinners until I watch it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not going to talk about Sinners at all. It's getting so much fucking controversy over bullshit.
I'm hearing mixed reviews about this show.
I know a lot. Like even Stevie Knight, who took his freaking snowflake girlfriend. Oh, well, you know, it's trash. It's trash. But why is it trash? It's just trash. Like, well, why is it trash?
But
it's just trash. All right.
Do you have to understand the metaphor? And it's actually based on a true story in Mississippi.
Clarksdale.
No, that's why no spoilers.
Yeah,
no spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
No. But I'm saying, I'm saying it's more than is more than a vampire.
No, of course. Now, it's
like
more
every
than that.
movie you but every movie you watch give you a message.
Message.
I was told that I shouldn't. That you gotta watch it twice.
Okay, you gotta watch it twice.
Because it was good.
I'll watch
It was
twice.
that good.
I'll go to the movie theater once, and then I'll just sneak in and do it around twice. Good shit. I know my movie theater. Now, what I want to say is that let's talk about movies from the past that I should or anyone in the world should rewatch, because times like this,
game
when
one.
movies are crap. Go on now. Oh, Joe's talking to himself. Movies that we should rewatch and should enjoy. Because look, I showed my girlfriend Man's Best Friend. We just saw Doom with The Rock. Again, The Rock was not really working in that movie. And it was bad. I really hated that.
You sure a pooty time?
Not yet. We will soon. So, what movies from the 90s and 2000, early 2000s should we see? That should be
what about The Last Dragon? You showed her Last Dragon?
What about
she wasn't
what about
in it.
what about New Jack City?
That's a movie that I wanted to show. I wanted to show the Lawrence Fishburne movie, the one that about the ice cream, about Bumpy and all that stuff. We have not. I've seen American Gangster 1,000 times, so she can see that one.
No,
New Jack City she has not seen. She has
I'm
not
talking
seen
The Last
Boys
Dragon
in the
with
Hood.
Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy. Showing up Bruce Leroy.
We saw it. She wasn't interested.
Okay.
I love that fucking movie.
What?
Bruce Leroy.
Hey,
she has
don't be a minute.
What about Forrest Gump?
You weren't enjoying. You weren't enjoying.
Alex, hey, what about Don't Be a Menace? What about Don't Be a Menace?
Not yet.
Don't be a menace by drinking juice. Get the juice in the hood.
They don't know.
That one, no.
They don't show. What about being in the hood?
How about I'm gonna get you sucker?
I'm gonna get you sucker. Oh man.
Basically, no. They're just saying all the 90. They're just saying all the 90 movies, 90 exploitation movies of black guys. That's all it was.
Yeah,
and 90s,
Blazing Saddle,
and 90s. There's
Blazing Saddle.
Blazing Saddle.
Blazing Saddle was funny. You laughed through the whole fucking movie.
78, 76.
My kryptonite is that I was born in 2000. So I have
what about Simpsons?
I have to choose to go back to like the 80s
that's not from the 90s. Though.
Now, the reason I'm saying this,
I said the same thing about Blazing Saddle. That movie's made in the 70s, but it was based on like the 80s and 90s. It's hilarious.
Now, the reason I say this, like, what movies now should be remade from back in the 90s or 80s and 90s? I think, for example, what's the last movie we saw? Doom. Like, Doom should be remade as Doom Slayer, because I'm sick and tired of fucking Doom shit, dude.
I wouldn't mind seeing more of like video game movies just done well. I feel like Loki. I feel like those were done well than the ones that come out now.
I think we
one of my favorites.
Hey, they just
Space Jam.
No, we saw Space Jam. That was
they just finished Voltron, a live action Voltron movie. Me and Joe was talking about that yesterday. They just wrapped up. Henry Cavill gonna be the leader of the Red Lion. They just finished the live action Voltron movie. Yeah.
I don't need that shit in my life.
I don't know. I feel like I usually end up watching like either like psychological movies or some weird like inspiring rom-com.
But Henry Cavill fit the Red Lion.
Okay, first off, ever since Power Rangers, the remake came out, I don't trust anything with a robot that turns into a human on graphics, man.
That was scary, bro. You can't do that. You can't.
No, I have to.
That Power Ranger movie was trash.
No, dude, and the fact that Power Rangers was sponsored by fucking Krispy Kremes, like they were just sponsored like a motherfucker. That was just bad.
But
like, you needed to do that. No.
But have you watched like the old Black Ranger and the Red Ranger Chile story? Yeah. They said how cheap they was getting paid and why they walked off and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They wouldn't get paid. Yeah, they wouldn't get paid nothing.
But here's movies that I think that should be remade. I think Clueless should be remade. I think The Fly should be remade. I think The Fly should be remade. It'd be fucking in prosthetics, not in CGI.
Harry Potter.
Hold up a second. Hold up.
Give it a few more years, but
Hold up. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I stand on that.
That's why I have to say
I
this.
love you,
Oh
Daniel
my
Radcliffe.
God.
I love the original cast.
No,
don't get me wrong.
No more talking. No more talking.
My God.
The Wi-Fi is so bad. Okay.
No. No.
Can I say why?
Why?
If you're gonna, okay, I know for a fact that like I don't know, we don't fuck with J.K. Rowling. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could interpret things differently if they did it a second time. And there was so much nuance from the book that didn't make it to the movies.
Yeah.
So I would like to see it again.
Okay, that's fine.
Another one is like Percy Jackson. I like that they're redoing the series with that one. I hope that they actually finish it this time because they seem to get stuck on like they can't produce it as fast as they need to or some shit.
Yeah, but
they need to condense.
But there's some things that they shouldn't have remade. Like, and I know Joe loves this, but I've kind of seen like behind the scenes and stuff of like the Toxic Avenger, the remake of it, and I'm like, I don't want to see that now. It's just
they are doing a Ninja Turtles Last Ronin.
I know that. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's a comic book that's turned into something. That's great. I like that shit. Yeah.
Hey, you see all the Ninja Turtles get killed, man. That's gonna be crazy.
Professor Snape?
Yeah, they're doing that too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give Chris shout.
They also doing a He-Man.
Doing a Harry Potter
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
I don't know if you saw
He-Man
who they're
too.
casting for that show.
He-Man too.
So, yeah.
They doing it. They redoing He-Man.
Yeah, but look, guess what? Like we're getting like little loopholes and things that we're getting back. Like we're getting the Friday the 13th prequel that talks about like why we are ready because damn right. I'd rather know who I want to know who the fuck the psycho mom is. Like like she was the first one in the first movie. That's what made Friday the 13th. I don't give a fuck about Jason Voorhees in a mask. Sure, he was unstoppable and got hit and punched like whatever. By the way, I didn't know this. Fucking Loco the Shermhead from another black movie I gotta show Cardala, if you guys know which movie that is, was the same guy that boxed Jason in part 8 and got I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. You were a Shermhead in one movie and then you're a boxer in another. That's cool. I like that.
I have a movie question. What are your guys' favorites for like time and space movies? Because we've been talking a lot about those recently, like movies and TV shows. Because I showed him watching it all. Yeah.
I think
how about Equilibrium?
That's with Christian Bale.
I might have seen that one a while back. That sounds like
It also had
that one.
It also had Tay Diggs in it as well.
Oh god, it wasn't that great. It was like a time version of Viva Vendetta. That's what I thought.
Hey, did y'all know? Did y'all know Robert Englund was from Michigan?
No, good for him.
Yeah, Robert Englund from Michigan.
But look, they're doing a Tremors like this. They're like this. They're doing a Tremors.
One strike against them.
They're doing a Tremors series after the show.
Hey, it ain't our fault. We got the best horror villain ever.
We didn't. Okay,
That's from
okay.
He had practice living there.
Interstellar.
Who is better than Freddy Krueger?
Interstellar's good. Who's
the best horror villain? Who is better than Freddy Krueger? Nobody. Nobody. It wasn't nobody better than him.
Jason.
No.
A Space Odyssey.
Okay, what killed Jason was What killed Jason was Jason Goes to Space, Jason Manhattan. You can't name what? Yeah.
So
what kind of what not know you know? Huh?
Okay.
That was bad. That was a bad one.
A real I got 3. A Real Nightmare. The one Jason Freddy Goes to Hell. That was a bad fucking movie. And
that was Jason. That was Jason.
That was Jason. That was Jason Goes to Hell.
No.
Yes.
Freddy. Sorry. Freddy's Dead. That's 1. Sorry. Freddy's Dead. A Real Nightmare is number 2. And the remake they did a few years ago. That was the worst one.
Well, hold on. That last one, it didn't. That don't count because Robert Englund was not in it.
You said, and I quote Mr. D-Walk, who is the best horror villain? Freddy Krueger is an entity, not a person. The person playing Freddy Krueger has to embody whoever the fuck it is, dude. Batman is Batman. It's either George Clooney or Val Kilmer or the other guy, whether you like it or not, dude. Universal rules.
But it was still scary.
God,
okay,
oh my
I'm
God.
like that. It was scary.
You got 3, and Jason has 3 bad ones too. Jason Goes to Hell.
No, Jason,
was not that bad, but it was bad. Jason X was pretty bad, and then that's it too.
But y'all have like 5 different Jasons. Y'all have 5 different Jasons.
Damn right. We have 5. We were smart. We were fucking smart. And
okay, I'm gonna say.
Freddy Krueger had his own TV show, lasted only 1 season.
Yeah. For everything, folks.
Okay, I'm gonna say Robert Englund movie. All the movies he was in compared to Jason. And it don't count because y'all have 5 different Jasons.
Robert Englund was in Wishmaster. He was only in 3 minutes and 20 seconds in the role, and he died getting stabbed. Anything else?
Hey,
2001 Maniacs. 2001 Maniacs.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Cardiac.
Last question. Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Hey, what we doing?
They can't say it. They all got real quiet there.
Toby.
First time everyone was quiet.
Toby. I gotta say Toby.
Toby Maguire.
I'm gonna say Tom Holland.
Who's the best Batman?
Val Kilmer.
What?
Val Kilmer, bro. All day, every day.
I'm going Christian Bale.
What?
Christian Bale.
Val Kilmer was pretty good. Pretty good Batman, bro.
I want Val Kilmer. Doc
Tombstone.
Okay, so he showed me Tombstone.
Wait. By the way, they get Terrell. I picked Toby. Let's go a little bit more. Joe. Everyone said it. Kane said. Kane, who is your favorite Spider-Man?
Yeah, you didn't answer.
Toby.
Okay, mine is Toby too.
2 for Toby, 3 for Toby.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer. Look at that, Val Kilmer. Sorry, D-Walk, Val Kilmer, dude.
Right,
hey, Toby's a good fucking Spider-Man, bro.
He was only one Batman though. Val Kilmer's in one Batman.
Hold up.
So many different conversations.
Okay, here we go.
So is George Clooney.
Yes, it was. Thank you. Cardiam, go.
So is George Clooney, bro. He's in one Batman.
No. We could keep going with Spider-Man.
Robin at least did 2 or 3.
They all bring their own thing to it.
Crystal,
Batman, I gotta see the different Batmans. That's it. But I have a new appreciation for Val Kilmer after seeing Tombstone. That's what I was trying to say.
Let's talk about Tombstone.
Yeah,
I showed the Tombstone for the first time. And I showed all the behind the scene things.
You ever seen Tombstone?
Like just little small aneurysms, like little aneurysms, like the mannerisms. Now, the question I have for you guys: will they make a better Western than Tombstone in the future? Yes or no?
No.
Joe, go.
No.
They don't need to.
No. I've been past
They
it.
show a different story, but
All right, so what y'all think about the Quick and the Dead then?
Haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Good movie.
Never.
Mexican Cowboys.
Good movie.
No.
Legit
The Quick and the Dead. We had y'all gotta watch the Quick.
Wait.
We had a young,
Is the Quick and the Dead with the one with with
Leonardo DiCaprio was young.
I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one. But that wasn't like a genuine Western. That was a Sam Raimi. Let's do a fucking Evil Dead Western. Because it was all goofy as fuck, dude. Yes, it was. Sam Raimi directed it.
You know what?
I'm saying Leonardo DiCaprio, he was getting the gunfights, but like I said, he was a showboater. Through the whole thing, he was a showboater. He'd act like he got shot, and he'd get back up like, "Oh, I didn't get shot," until the very end where he did get killed, and it was with the chick in there.
Okay.
Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say.
We're talking about Westerns.
Oh, all right. One of my favorite Westerns that I watched growing up was it was Johnny Depp as was it Tonto?
It's the one that the freaking
it was
the Lone Ranger.
Kid, don't
the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger.
The Lone
I told
Ranger.
you, the Lone Ranger.
Racist fucking movie, The
I'm
Lone
just
Ranger.
saying, I vaguely remember it as watching it as a kid.
It's
And that was a Virgil. And that was a Virgil and Tim made a Ted DiBiase movie.
Yeah. Now,
Pinto was a good movie.
first off, I have to press the button for Cardi because holy
I
shit.
just remembered
Holy
it.
Oh my
I just
God.
remembered.
That's the only.
Oh
I'm not saying it's the only.
my God.
Hey,
She got a button.
shout out to the Visible Woman. This is her first one she got hit with.
Dude, that's the worst movie ever made by John. Not one of the worst movies ever made by Johnny Depp. He's done a couple.
Oh, she's taking double shots over there now, boy.
Yeah, I know. But like the one movie I saw with, I think it's the guy who did Field of Dreams. I forgot what his name was, the main actor. He did a Western
Kevin
too.
Costner.
Yeah,
Kevin Costner.
He did a
You're talking
That
about
was a good movie. That was a good Western.
talking about
Yeah.
Wyatt.
Well,
Talking
no,
about Wyatt Earp.
No, not that one. Not that one. No. He did another one in the future, like 2010 around there, where he was just, again, it was a good movie. He was evil in a sense, and it was one of the most. It was like a 2.5 hour movie. It was drawn the fuck out. One of the best shootouts I've ever seen in a while. Like standard. They try to copy Tombstone in that aspect of everything, like authentic. But let's
You
get back
talking
to what's
Horizon?
really,
Horizon?
could be that one. I think it was that one. Something like that. But let's talk about the reality of this. Since we haven't really said one movie that could be remade, that would, like, somewhat in a sense. How about we just, instead of getting cartoon movies and stuff like that, we go back to the 30s and 20s and 1910s of movies that have already been done and just remake them.
I'd rather have them have their own ideas to make something new. That's like watching this. That's just like watching a new wrestler do like the pedigree of Stone Cold Stunner. That's already been done. I want to see something new.
Yeah, but guess what? Nothing new is
I
coming
know what
out.
you did last summer. It's getting old.
That's
On it.
Oh no, but I have to show her that too. I have to show her. I know what you did last summer, part 1 and part 2 with the albino Rastafarian guy. That was bad. Like, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, movies in the 90s and 2000s had executives who thought of great ideas of just putting random things that made no fucking sense. And we have a giant Godzilla. Let's put a Pepsi truck next to it and a Taco Bell because we need the product placement. Why? Just because. And then let's have a Chihuahua. By the way, the Godzilla movie being so bad and the Taco Bell Chihuahua, Yo Quiero Taco Bell, was the weirdest thing in the world, ladies and gentlemen, because the Yo Quiero Taco Bell Chihuahua would come out and Taco Bell sold a shitload of money, right? But they were promoting the Godzilla movie. They're like, here, lizard. There was one commercial where the little Chihuahua had a box, and the box on the side said Godzilla bait, and then the box was like this small. It's like, come on here, lizard. Again, a Chihuahua being Latino. Being in the 2000s made a shitload of money.
Yeah, people don't even know. People didn't know we've been eating them this whole time.
Yeah, go on, Joe.
He disappeared. Look what we been eating a dog.
Here, lizard.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that you get Taco Bell. Like, I remember those commercials.
If you want to make the Invisible Woman mad, make her watch the Invisible Clowns from Outer Space.
We saw that already. I saw it.
Here, lizard.
Talking about old movies to remake old movies.
Yeah.
How old do we want to get? I mean,
no, let's get, like, if you remember movies from the 40s, 50s, 60s, like The French Connection or
they've redone that a lot though.
Like, look,
yeah, they did The French Connection a lot.
I know, but like they should do, like, we saw a documentary of a woman that became a Cambodian noodle chef.
That was just a
documentary. And they were talking about the genocide that happened in Cambodia. Why can't they do more movies about genocides that we don't know about? We didn't know about Hotel Rwanda until Captain America made a movie about it. I'm like, oh shit, look at Hotel Rwanda. Look at that.
Hold on. What are your thoughts on Christopher Nolan doing a movie on the Odyssey? Does anyone have any thoughts on that?
No, leave it alone.
Sorry, Iron Man, not Captain America. My bad.
He was War Machine. And he was only War Machine in the first movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But back to the question that Cartier was saying. Go on now.
Yes, Christopher Nolan doing the Odyssey. Thoughts?
Comments.
Someone said he didn't need to do it. Everyone's sighing.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I heard they.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I heard they
That's a good
supposed to be
one.
doing another Roots movie.
Tammy the T-Rex, that was a classic.
They gonna start
That
a
was a good
riot.
one. No,
Roots?
why would it like? Why? No. Why are we going back to the age of movies that we can just do a whole bunch of like slavery movies again and shows? Like, why are we going back to that? Like, at a certain point, 2010, between 2010 and 2016, 12 Years a Slave, and then another movie that was like that, and then another movie, and then another movie, and then another one. Like, it's always like, let's just ride the wave. Sinners is a good movie. So now they're gonna do. I bet you, and I hope no one comes after me. Sorry,
Kang,
CIA.
be smooth, bro.
I hope they don't do movies for the next 2 years that are set pieces based on reality.
You getting off?
Hey man,
I gotta go.
All right, man.
All right, man.
See you later.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
Gunstar.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. I love you, man.
Much love, yeah.
Now, what I was saying is that I hope they don't do movies that are set pieces, right? And then put random shit in there. Next movie, we're gonna talk about the 1914 riots.
All right. Well,
And then zombies come out of nowhere. I don't want to hear that shit.
I guess if the conversation is going this way, then I'll talk about it because this is what we were talking about this morning, based on that reviewer shitting on the Sinners movie.
They don't need to do a Scarface movie.
They need to.
No. Who gonna do it better than
a white guy in Scarface?
Who gonna do it besides Al Pacino? Can nobody do it better than Al Pacino?
They can't. But wait. I actually want to hear Cartier's thoughts on movies that deserve to come out right now that no one's doing.
No, I would hope they're not just going to use this trend to do another round of like, I call them trauma porn movies. I'm going to call them that. But I think that, like you guys said, we need new stories. But the reality is, we've been trying to get new stories in popular movies. People hate that shit. Like, my number one example is Star Wars and like The Little Mermaid and any other example where they tried to do something different when it comes to casting besides like the default, and people just were fucking outraged. So the point is that we need different people in the writer's room, and it's not just about being woke. It's not just about talking about social commentary issues. We don't have to talk about it all the time. Have people of color and people from all different cultural backgrounds and life experiences, whatever, in the writer's room and write different stories besides the shit that we've already heard before. Because we don't need the same stories that have been told for the last 100 years in Hollywood.
Over again.
I want new shit, new people, like North of North on Netflix. That one's about an Inuit, like it's an Inuit comedy, and it's something different and it's funny, but it shows cultural shit too.
So do y'all remember Mom and Dad Saved the World? They could redo that.
They could.
Vaguely remember that one, I think.
Like Space Girls Are Easy. No, I think Earth Girls Are Easy, something like that.
Earth Girls Are Easy with Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum.
They can do that too. They
and
can
Damon
do they can do Can't Buy Me Love. They can do The Breakfast Club again. They kind of did it a couple times, but it's not the same. Which one?
Mannequin
as well, but they could do it AI.
Ferris Bueller Day Off.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller Day Off.
They could.
Like recreate the 90s classic.
Yeah, and they could do they try to do horror remakes with like, we have Chucky, then we had that fucking blonde girl that's a robot too. I forgot what her name was.
Megan.
Exactly, Megan. We had Freddy Krueger, so now we're doing like Ghost. This movie coming out called Monsters about the kids that kind of jump out of the window and like that looks pretty fucking scary. I actually like that shit.
Night of the Living Dead.
They've redone that like 5-6 times though.
Night of the Living Dead.
Like, they go right to the grave. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude.
What about Hellraiser?
They've redone. They just did They just did a remake on. It was on Hulu.
Yeah. See, no, they need to do a movie.
They've done 9 movies. They've done 9 to 10.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll just redo it.
No, they're not going to, which is the sad thing. That's why because they keep doing movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, part 2 is like get me stronger. What I don't trust her at all. It's like fucking just whatever. But let's close this out because that's an hour and a half. It's a wonderful day. I want to say that all the movies that we said, I hope it comes out in the future tense. All the movies that we recommended Cardala, which basically are all the 90s blaxploitation movies. Again, Boys in the Hood.
We'll talk about it.
No, they better not redo. Leave Boys in the Hood where is that?
No, I meant not remake them.
For me to watch these movies.
Yeah, but these are hardcore movies.
Have she seen La Bamba?
Oh God, I wish it's just I have to drink for that, dude. I have to drink for that.
I think I have to too.
We saw Gia, and that was a hard pill to swallow.
I made him watch Tick Tick Boom with
Andrew Garfield, but the HIV epidemic that was happening in the 80s.
Happy with me for that one.
No, because my family grew up around that shit, and they had friends that they died off that.
Yeah.
So seeing them and talking about I started crying like a bitch. I'm like, damn, they're like, all fat, all repressed and energy.
Y'all watch the Fire Heartbeats and Temptations.
Look,
did you watch it?
Well, we are going to see next. We saw Wreck. We have not seen Outbreak yet. I will show her Outbreak.
With Dennis Hoffman.
Yeah,
Russo.
She hasn't.
What about Unusual Suspect?
Not that one either. We haven't seen the Fugitive, Usual Suspect. Not yet. Or 1 or 2. That's with Eddie Murphy.
The Golden Child.
I've seen Legally Blonde.
Yeah, that's
1 and 2.
Everyone's seen Legally Blonde 1 and 2.
The Golden Child.
Lethal Weapon.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Probably.
She didn't like it though. Like
I'm not like an early 2000s action movie person. Like Taken, John Wick, all those movies I never really.
It is sad as hell, the biopic of Three Stooges. What we're going to see next, actually, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone that wants to understand this, we will watch another classic movie when it's my turn, and the next classic movie is What's Love Got to Do with It?
Okay.
Eat this cake, anime. Eat the cake, anime.
I told her, I'm like, if we're gonna go down my memory lane of seeing my life, what I saw, this is like one of the key moments in life when I saw this shit, and they showed this shit on Lifetime, like that. They didn't cut nothing back on Lifetime.
Well,
and that was weird.
For context, the last movie that I shared or I had him watch was Nightcrawler. It was meant to be a cautionary tale.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah,
I was like, he's a fiend, and I knew what was gonna happen. He's gonna be like, oh yeah. I was like, and she thought I would get scared by that. Like, yeah, that's usually that.
I'm just like,
she's like, don't be like that, Alex. I'm like, I could be like that. I could be the guy that just becomes super famous and like kills everybody to get there. And it's crazy. He did that. This is a spoiler. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching P.U.W.F.
Good show.
This was a crazy show.
Movie commentary. If you want to see that.
Shout out to Kane. Shout out to the guy that came over here and talked normally, Lorenzo. So thank you for passing by again.
For everyone,
thank you everybody in the comment section.
Exactly. Stay healthy. Stay happy. All links are down below for everyone down below. NXT Time with D-Walk 9:30 on Wednesdays.
And Evolve on Thursdays and Sundays.
Depending on how the wind blows.
And congratulations for y'all getting the key to Linus. Yes.
You know what, you guys? I wish the outro was the music video, and I wish that because I want people to get reminded that you fired all these motherfuckers to keep Nikita Lyons. Shawn Michaels. Let it go. Let it go.
He can't see. He can't help it. He looking left and he looking right. He can't look at him.
Big. It's left and right. Press the button, Cardiam. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yes, let's fucking go.
Hey, see y'all on the Vault with.
Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. We walk on mic, ready to ignite. Detroit hip hop, we take that flight. Body slamming, the crowd's going wild. Square circle with kings to the pile. NXT superstars, we're breaking the mold. This Detroit beat will never get old. Step into the ring, feel the adrenaline rush. NXT wrestlers, we're the ones they can't crush. With our moves so smooth, we're the next generation. Detroit hip-hop meets wrestling sensation. Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. D-Walk on the mic, ready to ignite.